Hello, everybody. Welcome to the energy focus of the week. My name is Arlene Arnold, and I am here with Leslie Romine. And this is one of our favorite times during the week. We look forward to all of you. Looks like we have a few people here already, and we hope that more will come along. And it's just always fun to us to be with everybody. And so I just wanted to welcome everybody and Leslie. I think that it's an interesting time. We'll
Yeah,
talk about that a little bit as we go along, but I know I've been feeling things in my body. I'm going to talk about that because it's part of the process that we're going through, and it's important that we know about it. So anyway, let's. The first thing that we are going to do is look at the theme for the month of March, and we call it unraveling. So, part of what is happening in the unraveling is old patterns, old ways of doing things, things that are not based on love or not based on what is highest and best are going to be coming apart, and you may be seeing some of that already, or you may see some unraveling in your own personal life. Don't worry about it, it's part of the process because the unraveling then can be the opportunity to create something new. And we sometimes it does, sometimes we're still using the same tools perhaps or the same ways that we do things, but we do them in a different spirit. We do them for a different outcome, and that's really important for us to pay attention to, so that we don't go into a place of being afraid or that sort of thing. So Leslie, anything you want to say about unraveling?
um, well, you've covered it pretty well. But yeah, just to reiterate, staying in a place of knowing that we're in a process. I mean, for me, it's like we're in a process, and when something comes along, you you we've talked about this in the board a little bit about, you know, uh, shifting to a place of saying, hmm, I wonder, or I'm curious about how the universe is going to work this out for me, and then allow it happen. We when we're motivated, we can and inspired, we can make a movement toward it. And when we're waiting in that waiting place to see, just be confident and bring that gratitude forward of where we're at, and that there's something interesting coming, but it's to be for our highest good. You know.
Yeah, that's so important. And our cards for March. This one is called Core Crucible, and it's the number 9. And it's such an important one for what it is that is happening here. It's one. Well, I'll just read to you the part that I picked out from the book. Bring your grief and your hurt into the crucible. Bring your doubts and your fears. The residue left from the drama of life is consumed, leaving only that which is fueled by passion and lived in joy. So that's the kind of unraveling and then moving back into what is true to us is core crucible. It can play uh, a great part of in this, because of what I like to do is imagine core crucible under my feet, and it's actually a ball of energy, so you can just feel it as a ball of energy down under your feet. And as I go through things, which is happening to me, I have parts of my body that are getting my attention that I'm working with. And as I get to the bottom of it, it's like whatever the residue is, it just goes down through my body and into core crucible, and it's actually changed into new energy that I can use, which I really love that. And it has a lot to do with how we are operating in terms of emotions that come up when so much is going on in the world. And we need to be able to let that residue go into the core crucible and be shifted and changed. And then we get to live from passion, and it says fueled by passion and lived in joy. I just love that. Our lives can be fueled by passion. And passion often has to do with why we're here, because we have a passion to offer something that comes through us and from us. And it's really a part of the passion for life. And that's where our joy is. When you're doing what you know you came here to do, oh my goodness, the joy just runs through us.
Mhm.
So as we clear out the residue, we're free to allow what we feel and what we desire. As you get that residue out, then we can go in and say, okay, what is it that I am really feeling right now? And then what is it that I would desire in my life? So this is our time to shine in what may feel like darkness right now. It's funny because black in the background there is the strength in black is the color card for March. So black is a wonderful color, but it's also sometimes feels like darkness. Uh, so the crucible is another way of unraveling old patterns that do not resonate with your true self. We can pay attention to changes that undo what has been keeping humans down. Don't you feel that sometimes? Just like there's like a cloud over humans right now. And then imagine what it would be like if all of our individual light shone en masse. Can you imagine that all of the people that are wakened up, all the people that are aware that we're coming into a new time, and they were shining their light out here into on the earth toward other people, toward the universe. Oh my goodness, what a light that would be.
Yes.
Anything you want to add, Leslie?
Um, I was just thinking about the feeling of, you know, leaving the stuff, um, only that which is fueled by passion and joy being what remains. That's a big feeling of satisfaction when you know you're living out what you truly desire, and a sense of peace comes with that. And
Absolutely.
so we can. Lately I've been doing um, some things that have fit into that. And there is a great deal of satisfaction and a sense of peace that, yeah, I did that, and that's what I was intending to do. And it feels so good to accomplish that. And now, and see the result, or know that the result is reverberating out. So,
I think that we can now be clear that this is a time that we came to be here because we knew there was going to be a great change that would happen during this time. And I'm so grateful to be a part of the build up to this, but also now we'll get to know what it feels like to be in a world that uses love as its basis and that has such gratitude and treats everything, all of nature and every person and everything treats them with that gratitude and appreciation and this sense of this is how it can be. And sometimes when you're in the middle of the unraveling, it's a little hard to trust. But I hope you'll hold that in your heart that that's why you came here at this time and you have the opportunity to be a part of spreading that light, using your tools, doing what you can to be a part of the change that's here. So now let's go to the color card, which is the strength in black. And I put the candle in there so that we see the contrast between that. But black is a beautiful color, and yet it also has the side to us of things that we need to work on. And even though this is the strength this time, what I picked out was the section called learning. And this, I think, may apply to you as well. You may have been pushed to your very limit. By facing your fears and pushing through your limitations, you have developed courage, will, perseverance, and clarity. Okay, let's own that. And maybe you don't feel like you're quite there, but you have been through a lot. We all have. And as we have moved through this, we have developed courage because we're still here. And we have created will, this more of a divine will kind of thing. And we have perseverance because we know what's coming, or we feel the change that is in the process. And we have more clarity. So we have more idea why we've gone through what we have and how humanity has a chance to be its true self now, which is wonderful. Anything you want to add about black?
Um, when you were talking about courage and will and perseverance, I see will and perseverance as a, a determination, that we get out of having the courage and that we developed, and
Yeah.
that encourages us. Like, you can look back and say, "Wow, I have been through something like this before, and I came out fine, and I came out better actually for it because now I have information that I can use to go through whatever comes." And so that perseverance and will and courage are all, and that breeds that clarity of, okay, this is what I'm here to do. This is how I can offer that and be my, really true to my true self, my authentic self.
I think that is so important to realize that we do have these tools. Core Crucible is helping us go through this. And we have black, which says you've stayed the course, you know, be where you are now. And remember that black is all the pigments, all the colors here on earth. And that means it's all the possibilities. So as we stay open and as we stay the course, we have lots and lots of ability to use black as a way of choosing what we want, or making this into the beauty that's in black.
Hmm.
So now let's go to the cards for this week. So that's always Friday through next Thursday. So during this week, you might want to go and read about mortality. I have a little thing in my throat.
The numbers 10, 11, and 12.
Yeah. Form is becoming less solid. It now changes as is needed. Allow this organic movement in your life. Amazing beauty and pure delight will follow. I just find that is such an important part that I'm going to let you take over there for
Okay.
some reason.
Okay. Continue. We've been part of creating. Now we can be part of discreating or unraveling. So, unraveling doesn't have to be like everything falls apart. It's like we are discreating those things that are no longer serving us or no longer needed, or even in our way, as we move forward. So that discreating, unraveling. And what disappears leaves room for our deepest desires to manifest. It actually opens the way for that to happen. It's like a doorway to go through and realize that, oh, okay, wow, here this new opportunity came. It's right down my alley. It's right what I was hoping for. And that's what I'm finding.
And I am always looking at all of the colors here. It's like a rainbow of colors that are part of this luminary vortality. And vortality is taking us into new places where we have opportunity to be something that we may not have been before, and that we can be really aware of our multidimensional selves, and we have the ability to move with whatever's happening. I always see it kind of like an amoeba, and when you see that under a microscope, it's kind of moving gently here and there, and changing its shape. So mortality is a really important one. Our group that is our where we have our subscriptions group, our group that comes together. That is, it's taken from the name of it is the Vortal, and it's taken from this luminary, because this luminary is so important in how it teaches us how to be in this time that we're in. Yep. So then let's look, and we'll see this color also in Vortality. But this is the strength in orange. I didn't always like orange, but I just find it so beautiful now. And you see that there's kind of a blue here, and what in the way we use complementary colors, blue and orange are complementary to each other. So it gives it just a nice balance. And it's the part that I picked up on in the book, the color card book, is about emotions. And just listen to this with feeling into what you're experiencing at this time. What you feel through the senses takes you deeper into your emotions. Smooth, loving voices register as an emotional response. A gentle, caressing touch communicates through the skin with deep emotional content. These emotions touch your heart. Your response is to love without restriction. You love your family, friends, partner or spouse, animals, and all living things. You love the rain, sunshine, and the wind at the beach. Whatever you feel touches you deeply. So, unraveling what has kept us from our emotions opens us to feeling alive and present. We don't need to be afraid of feeling. Orange teaches us the height and depth of being alive. So, this is really important because for a long time I saw emotions as something that I wanted to get rid of. And it was more that I just wanted to be with the senses that are around me. But then I realized that emotions are just our way of feeling into life. And if we are feeling so much fear and things are so difficult, then the emotions become very heavy. And a lot of times they cover over the beauty of what we can feel. And I think it's so important that this color in its strength says to us, remember, this is how you get to the place where you can feel into the depth of the good stuff. You can feel into what makes it feel like you're really here, and things are like they can be, but we've lived in a world where it's just kind of so much of it was seems like it's the opposite of that. But that is changing, and we're part of helping bring that on. And the unraveling that we're seeing and that we will see for a while now is going to reveal things that are hard to take in, but it's also going to take off some of this covering so we begin to feel more deeply.
Yeah, when we talk about expressing emotions, there are times when we might be frustrated, or I find, or upset, or angry, or, because we have a range of emotions in our human experience. And even a momentary burst of one of those shows it's there to show us that there's movement in emotion.
Yeah.
And it moves to release, it moves to show you what you do want, that you're passionate about what you do want. And it's like we may feel like, well, I'm passionately angry, but when that's released, and you see that, oh, really, it's what I really want, I can be passionate about that. And
Yeah.
so it's very clarifying to me when we are in touch with our emotions, and even appreciative, of the gifts that they bring us, because it's really, and I'm not saying everybody indulge in negative emotions, but I'm just saying if we embrace our emotional body and just know that it's trying to connect with us and um, inform us of what's going on inside our body, so that when we go, oh, okay, that one's kind of stuck. I keep repeating that one all the time. That one's really stuck. I think that I need to release that so I can unstick it and find that freedom that I'm really looking for.
And orange is such a good one to show us how bright it can be. I mean, look at this picture of the leaf. I mean, it's part of nature showing us the color of the brightness of it. And it just means that we can live more deeply. And then Sandra said, unraveling, revealing the divine.
Yeah,
That's nice.
absolutely.
So and Will says old patterns unravel, allowing new patterns to weave. So that's really the way I'm seeing it too. It feels like at times very difficult, and then I begin to see, okay, we have to really face this and look into the depth of what's meant to be there. And I think we can do that, especially when we come together. So those are the cards today, and then we'll in a few minutes go into your own personal readings. I want to just say that for any of you who are part of our the Vortal that meets monthly and also then comes together in such things as Journal with Your Knowing Self and our intuitive circle. And this is we meet this Sunday, March 8th at 2 p.m. Now that's 2 o'clock on Pacific Daylight Timing. So remember that we are going into the we lose an hour. So if you have to be sure that you're in the right frame, if so you get there at the right time. In the message I sent out, I did put in the they call it date and time, so you can find your own location and make sure that you have the right time to be there for the portal. And we're going to go into small groups and really talk about the unraveling and talk about what's happening in our lives and in the world, and being able to take that and work with it and say, what is my part and how do we make this the world that we really know it can be? So it's going to be an interesting time. So let's just go ahead and you have a list, I imagine.
Yeah. Sandra is first.
Who's the first one?
Sandra.
Sandra. Okay, let's get rid of this so that we can.
Yeah, my microphone is
there. Okay, Sandra, let's see what you got for you today. That's not it? Okay. Well, I'm not finding it. Okay, where is it? Okay, it's down on the bottom. Oh, well, there we go, orange. This one's called Simply Self. And if you have the numbers there, let me know. And Simply Self is really what we've been talking about. It's releasing all the stuff that keeps you burdened and beginning to find the things that really give you joy and put your time and energy into that. And I'm really working on that right now. I think I've probably been working on it for a long time. But as we evolve and as we change, then there are certain things that we need to let go of and find the things that keep things really simple and find the things that will bring us that joy. So, whoops, I missed my cards here. You want to go ahead with what you're...
Yeah. I'll go ahead and do that. Your card is Strength in Black.
So, oh my, that's a double.
That's a double for this week. And it says focused, transforming, and full of potential.
Look at how beautiful that is.
That really goes well with the black.
Yeah.
Because all possibilities are there for strengthening that Simply Self. The number is 6. And it's, things you enjoy, releasing what needs to go, and doing clearing. And black is great for that because it is a transforming energy for you, especially this week. And because it's a double, you get some really extra strength. If you were thinking of a cleaner, it would be extra strength.
And there's one place in here that I want to read from because it really gives you that sense of what we mean by Simply Self. There it is. So there's this one that says dissolving attachments and emotions and patterns that no longer serve us. But it's like, here it is. It's in the message from Simply Self. My essence offers a perfect balance of thought and feeling without resistance or attachment, allowing focus and creativity into this present moment. I am luscious and rich like a peach freshly picked from a tree. I am bright and clear as the window just washed with lemon water. Breathe in my power, claim my clarity, surrender to my sensuous ability to let you know you are alive. Sandra, it's letting you know that you are truly alive. I love that one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Sid.
All right, Sid. Wow, that was easy. Look at that. That's it's expanding, I believe. No, unfolding. Unfolding and expanding. So unfolding, if you notice in here, Sid, you see how there's this sections that are it's almost like they're moving around like a wheel. And each of those sections is unfolding something new for you. And that's what those balls are that are around the outside. They're the things that are being revealed to you that are really coming about to open up. And it's kind of like you have the opportunity to choose, what do you want to open up that's unfolding? Because I don't think you could handle all of that unfolding at the same time. But you will know because you have a very good ability to sense that kind of thing, and you'll know what's coming next. But use this card to remind yourself that all of this is already inside you. In fact, that's one of the things. Oh, by the way, the numbers are 6 and 12. But one of the things that it says in here that I want to say to you is there's so much more within your crystalline core than you yet know. It is time for your unfolding, one small step at a time. That's a really important one. And then there was something else here. Let's see. This is the part. This one's also in the message. My faceted core encourages you to unfold all that has been hidden within your fathomless inner space. It is time. You have held this in for so very long. My vibration supports and furthers your unfolding. Do not be afraid. What you reveal in the world is needed now. Many will embrace your gifts and value your wisdom. This is a new world, a new way, a new time. What has been before is no more. So it doesn't mean that everything goes away, but we take, I think, the parts of it that are really our true self, and then we add to that. And that unfolding is important as we evolve and move into that multidimensionality. So we got a card for her.
Yes. The message was still coming through. So so it's a lesson in white.
All right.
It says, seek out answers from a higher source. And what I am getting is that as there's white, all through this unfolding. However, it's saying you can meditate on what it is that you find coming forth from this unfolding, and especially allow in the comfort as you move forward, because the comfort comes from source, and this is very much held. Now I really get that it's really holding you and saying, this is your time to unfold and open and put out some new, put out what comes to you as you are meditating and unfolding this week, so that you're in sync, you're in line with this unfolding. And I see the balls on the outside, the shaped ones, like going in a circle, like like kind of like a Ferris wheel or something.
Yeah, it is like that.
And it's just like, and Sid, which one are you going to pick today? And meditate on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And Will is next.
Okay. How many times has he gotten celebration?
I don't know. Celebration.
All right. Celebration is, I always think of it as, because the thing that we used to have this art was a poinsettia at Christmas time. So it always feels to me like it's just a wonderful reminder that celebration can be at any time. It isn't just at special holidays. But celebrating, what I get, Will, is celebrate every nuance of what's happening. Celebrate every tiny thing that comes to you and feels important. Celebrate every moment that you have relationships with other people and you feel just like this heart to heart sense of being present together. It's such a precious time for us all to uh, be in gratitude, even in the midst of all the chaos in the world, to have this point of view that says, I see the beauty of nature. I see the beauty of people. I see how much I learn. I see how much people mean to me. It's just a really wonderful time.
I also have something to add with that.
Okay.
It's in the part that calls applying celebration to your life. And by the way, number 16.
Yeah.
Practice faith by celebrating the world in your mind's eye that is beauty, peace, and all the qualities you've longed for, much as a peacock displaying its vibrant feathers. I can't get the peacock out of my brain here.
Yeah, me too.
Know that the blueprint has entered the energetic gateway. That's what I
That's
want to say.
biggie too. Yeah.
That's huge. The physical confirmation will follow. You'll see what you longed for. Visualizing these qualities right now quickly brings them into day-to-day reality. That's
Yeah,
what.
I always think of the fact that what we put our attention to is what we bring into our reality. So it's really important. I mean, I think for me, I have to stay in touch with what's going on in the world, but I want to do it in such a way of remembering what, what's going to happen as we unravel and we open up to the real essence of life here on Earth. That's what I want to put my attention to. But in the meantime, I want to be here. Uh, the people that are in the midst of war, to send just blessings and love. And I know that it's not probably enough at this point, but that's what I think we can do, and then just keep watching for the unraveling.
Mhm, mhm. For color cards, I got two, and
Okay,
they are pink and purple. Lesson.
I got them right next to each other here.
Yeah. And what I'm getting from that is bring your inner child along, bring that joy,
Yep.
bring that curiosity and um, discovery and allowing in new perspectives. And with the purple, it says transcend your difficulties. And it's with yellow too, purple and yellow.
Yeah,
And it's like,
there's lots of yellow in them.
yeah, allowing clarity. And also, if you notice there's difficulties on the way, you transcend them by saying, "Oh, that's not difficult. It's just not time yet." Or, "Oh, the timing will be right." Or, I wonder how that'll work." That kind of thing. It's being in that knowing place of knowing it is going to be and knowing it is on its way and supporting you this week.
And I keep thinking of the child that gets so excited about just the small things in life, like playing with a kitten, or just seeing a flower blooming, or kids see things that the rest of us kind of walk by. And if our that part of us that is that child can celebrate in that very organic way, I think that makes life feel so good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, John is next.
Okay.
The blueprint is available. That's right.
All right, mosaic. And
Mm.
mosaic is, let me see what our numbers are here. Um,
Mm.
10. So 10 is like we have come to the end of a certain kind of journey, and then we're opening up for something new. And this particular card is so much about being aware that there are differences around us. People are different, animals are different, plants are different, and to really recognize the beauty in each individual. And even when we notice that there are things that that person is doing that are not in their best interest and that really uh, can upset us, that we need to still go back to, okay, but they have a beautiful soul in there, and can we connect to their soul? um, and I think at times it's hard, especially if we have things going on like we do now. And if you get angry at things and you feel like you just want to have that person leave this world, it's really a time to just come back home here and say, well, I can send them light. I can remind them from a distance that they are really something beautiful inside. So that's my take on it. Anything you want to say about it?
Um, well, it's talking about bringing together all variations of form because it's all contributing to the whole. It's I think a mosaic sometimes like a weaving, where every little string is different, but it all makes up a whole. Um, um, I, there's a part in here that asks, am I embracing the many parts of the mosaic that makes up my experiences?
Yeah, yeah.
And if that's a good place to look to this week, it's just saying, am I embracing all my uniqueness and my differences and my contributions? And is it okay for me to just be me and that other person just be them? And um, do what I can do to offer. I mean, I think I can't help but think about how much you love your animals, and that's a great calling. I mean, it truly is.
It is.
And they are there to be with you too and enrich your life. And so um, that in itself generates that loving and caring and,
Yeah.
that energy that just naturally goes out from you.
And they remind us to open our hearts because sometimes it's hard to do that in the midst of what's going on.
Mhm.
Oh, there's the heart right there.
Yeah, lesson in green and red. And that's to me, that's saying recognize your open heart, recognize your intentions for what is greater than you might see going on out there. It's like your part is to do your loving part, to love yourself, to love that heart, to love your intentions for good, and to send it through your animals, send it through your connections with out into the world.
Yeah, I think that one's really important. We all need to remember that. Well, I think that's it, isn't it? Or do we have
Yeah.
anybody? Okay, so I just want to say one more thing, and this is probably mostly for people who are watching the recording. Um, we have something new for people that want to be part of the group that we have, the Vortal. Is we have it set up now so you can come in and be paying sign up to pay $7 a month, but the first 30 days is free. And that gives you a chance to be with the people that are in the Vortal, to go to some of the classes that are free for the Vortal people, and some of the things that come to you that are helping you stay in your center during this time. So, if you are interested in looking into the Vortal, just go to transformationaltools.com/Vortal, VORTAL, and you can sign up there. All right. Well, that's it for this time. Thank you for coming, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye for now.
Bye bye.